The site integration design process is a chance for us to really understand your requirements, to understand the physical layout of the site, and for us to get everything specified at the correct level of detail to make sure it's going to operate, reliably and effectively into the future. The first step in the project is to do a sort of a detailed site survey. So we'll actually go up to the site, we'll do a whole 3D survey of it using a drone. We can link that in with dive surveys as well for an additional cost, but that will allow them to do some underwater measurements so we can incorporate into the design. And we can also look at the layout of the site as well and understand if there's silt deposition in particular areas and what the bank heights are, and if there's any sort of vegetation and things that needs to be cleared as part of the project. Once we've done the site survey, we'll come back to the office. We spend quite a lot of time looking at any sort of regulatory sort of constraints, so if it's got to be eel regulations compliant or if it's driven by some sort of fisheries regulation. We'll look at that in quite a lot of detail and just make sure the screen's going to meet all those requirements. But then we'll start off by getting the screen itself specified, so getting the length and the width and the angle of inclination of that exactly right. Usually look at the debris flushing system next, so how the debris trough and return channel and all the wash water system is going to work. And then it's really a matter of any other fabrications we're going to be providing. Sometimes we do the whole package of all the access walkways, security fencing, lifting gantries, all these things. We can design all of that as well. Then we'll do a very detailed pricing then of everything we're going to provide. We'll do a complete set of general arrangement drawings. And for a lot of projects, we'll provide the actual 3D model. It's interesting, a lot of projects we find that our sort of core 3D model ends up being the foundation of the 3D model that the whole project uses. Generally because our 3D model is the most accurate one that anyone produces, and it's easier for them to build in ours rather than the other way around. We do find it's worthwhile having this paid for but more thorough design process at the start of our projects, because we've built so many water intake screens. Sometimes we know ways of getting around problems that have come up and things that you may not have thought of. So it's really using our expertise to potentially, hopefully, save you money on the overall project.